Hi, in this video I'll talk about tags and layers in Falco Engine. A tag is a string label that can be assigned to an object. Each object can have only one tag. We go into the project settings and create several tags: player, coin, spike, enemy. We assign the player tag to the player object. Then we create a new object, a cylinder, which will represent the coin. We create an empty object, name it coin, and place the cylinder inside it. We add a box collider, adjust its size, and check Is Trigger to define the area where the coin can be picked up. We also add a rigid body and set it to kinematic. Then we create a coin material and apply it to the cylinder. Next, we create two scripts, player handler and player. The player script will store the player's coin count and health, along with methods for displaying those values. The health methods will be similar to the ones for coins. In the player handler script, we use collision enter to check the tag of the collided object and see if it equals coin. If it does, we add a coin to the player and remove the coin from the scene. We then turn the coin into a prefab and create several instances of it. We attach the necessary scripts to the player and set up dependencies. When we run the game, we see that our coins are being collected. When handling collisions, we make sure the tag is coin before adding coins to the player. We can do something similar with traps. We create a trap object, and in the script we add a condition. If the tag equals spike, we reduce the player's health. As we can see, when the player steps on the trap, their health decreases. Now let me show you layers. A layer is an integer label, 0 to 31, that can be assigned to an object. Each object can belong to only one layer, but cameras and colliders can use bit masks to filter multiple layers. We go into the project settings and add a layer, window. We also add a new layer, enemy, which gets index 1. Remember that. I've created an enemy that runs toward the player and deals 5 damage upon reaching them. We add a script called playshoot and open it. We create a shooting mechanic triggered by the spacebar. we define a layer mask. In the Start method, we enable the layer mask at index 1 and use it in a raycast method. When the enemy is hit, it takes 25 damage. It has 50 health in total. We create window walls and run the game. When we shoot, we see that the enemy takes damage even through the windows. However, if we comment out the layer mask setup and run the game again, we can no longer hit the enemy. We also can't walk through the windows. But if we create a new layer, player, and uncheck the collision between player and window in the project settings, we'll notice that we can now walk through the window layer walls.